The deadliest animal on Earth weighs less than a paperclip. You have probably swatted one today. This is every creature ranked by how many humans it kills every single year. The results will completely change how you see the natural world. Number 10. Crocodiles. Most people think crocodiles are movie monsters. The reality is far more calculated. The saltwater crocodile is the largest reptile alive, capable of generating one of the most powerful bites ever recorded in the history of animal research. It does not chase prey. It waits, perfectly still at the waterline, invisible until the moment it explodes forward. Roughly 1,000 people die to crocodile attacks every year, most of them near rivers in sub-Saharan Africa and Southeast Asia. Victims rarely see the attack coming. By the time they do, it is already over. But the next animal on this list is even more unsettling, and it fits in the palm of your hand. Number 9. Scorpions. There are around 2,500 scorpion species on Earth. Most are harmless, but certain species carry venom so potent it can stop a human heart. Scorpions are responsible for over 3,500 deaths every year, and the victims are most often children and elderly people whose bodies cannot handle the neurotoxic shock. They live in deserts, tropical forests, and dark corners of homes across Africa, the Middle East, and Latin America. The terrifying part is that a scorpion can survive being frozen, go a year without eating, and still sting with full lethality. One creature later on this list kills without using venom, without biting, and without you ever feeling a thing. Number 8. Ascaris roundworms. Most people have never heard of these. That is exactly the problem. Ascaris roundworms are parasites that live inside the human intestine, and they are infecting over 1 billion people right now. A light infection causes no symptoms at all, but a heavy infestation is catastrophic. The worms multiply, tangle together, and physically block organs. They can migrate into the lungs, causing suffocation. Around 5,000 people die from ascariasis each year, mostly in regions with poor sanitation. The most unsettling fact is that infections are invisible to the naked eye until the damage is already done. Number 7. Dogs. Man's best friend kills over 13,000 people per year. Not through aggression, through rabies. In countries where dog vaccination programs are limited, a single bite from an infected dog starts a death clock. Once rabies symptoms appear, the survival rate is nearly zero. The virus travels through the nervous system directly to the brain. The process is slow, deliberate, and unstoppable without immediate treatment. Most victims in high-risk regions simply do not have access to the post-exposure vaccine in time. Dogs are the primary source of rabies transmission to humans worldwide, and the death toll reflects that reality every single year. And this is where it gets terrifying. The next killer looks nothing like a predator. Number 6. Tsetse flies. This small brown fly, found across sub-Saharan Africa, carries a parasite that causes African sleeping sickness. The parasite gets into the bloodstream after a single bite, then works its way toward the brain and nervous system. Symptoms start with fever and fatigue. Then come confusion, personality changes, and severe disruption to the sleep cycle. Left untreated, the infection is fatal. Around 10,000 people die from African sleeping sickness every year. Treatment exists, but reaching remote populations in time remains one of the great challenges in global public health. The fly itself is completely unremarkable. The disease it carries is anything but. Number 5. Assassin bugs. These insects are also known as kissing bugs, which sounds harmless. It is not. Assassin bugs bite humans near the mouth while they sleep, transmitting a parasite called Trypanosoma cruzi. That parasite causes Chagas disease. Here is the horrifying part. Most infected people feel nothing for years. The parasite quietly damages the heart and digestive system in the background. Then, sometimes a decade later, heart failure strikes without warning. Chagas disease kills between 10,000 and 12,000 people every year. Most never knew they were infected. The assassin bug does not need speed or venom. It just needs you to be asleep. Which one surprises you most so far? Because the list is about to get strange. Number 4. Freshwater snails. A snail. On a list of the world's deadliest animals. This is not a mistake. Certain freshwater snails carry parasitic worms that cause a disease called schistosomiasis. When a person wades through contaminated water, the larvae penetrate the skin silently. They travel through the bloodstream and settle in the organs, where they spend years causing internal damage. Liver failure, kidney destruction, intestinal bleeding. Between 10,000 and 20,000 people die from schistosomiasis every year, with hundreds of millions more currently infected. The snail never bites. It never attacks. It simply releases larvae into the water and lets biology do the rest. But the real danger is almost invisible. Number 3. Humans. Over 400,000 people are killed by other humans through homicide every single year. No venom, no parasite, no ambush from the waterline. Just deliberate violence, and it outranks nearly every animal on this list. When ranked strictly by annual death toll, humans are the third most dangerous animal on the planet to other humans. That number does not include war, conflict, or state violence, just homicide. The most intelligent species on Earth also happens to be one of the most consistently lethal to its own kind. Number 2. Snakes. Between 50,000 and 100,000 people die from snake bites every year. The saw-scaled viper alone is responsible for more human deaths than any other snake species in the world. It is aggressive, fast to strike, and found in densely populated regions of South Asia and the Middle East. Many victims do not die from the venom itself. They die because antivenom never reaches them in time. Rural areas with high snake populations often have the least access to medical care. Snakebite is a neglected global health crisis that kills more people than most tropical diseases, and most of the world pays almost no attention to it. And the next animal kills more people than snakes, humans, crocodiles, assassin bugs, dogs, flies, worms, snails, and scorpions combined. Number 1. Mosquitoes. Over 725,000 deaths every year from an insect that weighs a fraction of a gram. The mosquito is the deadliest animal in the history of human civilization. It spreads malaria, dengue fever, yellow fever, Zika virus, and West Nile virus. Malaria alone kills hundreds of thousands of people annually, the majority of them young children in sub-Saharan Africa. The mosquito does not need strength or size or speed. It needs a few seconds and a patch of exposed skin. Scientists estimate that mosquitoes have killed more humans throughout history than all wars ever fought. Let that sit for a moment. One tiny insect, more lethal than every predator on this planet. Here's what this list actually reveals. The animals that have killed the most humans are almost never the ones people fear. Not the shark, not the lion, not the wolf. The real killers are invisible, microscopic, or so ordinary they go completely unnoticed. A snail in a river, a fly landing on your arm, a mosquito outside your tent at night. Nature does not warn you. It does not roar before it strikes. The most dangerous things alive have already been beside you, and you never gave them a second thought. If this changed how you see the animal world, subscribe, because nature gets far more unbelievable from here.